Good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of a rainstorm. I'm so glad I'm not going anywhere. I don't have to go anywhere this Christmas. Coming and going, I'm always at home. So the title of today's talk is Movies to Wake Up By. Movies to Wake Up By. Now, I've watched Avatar 2 Saturday when it came out, and I hope you all seen it or getting ready to see it over the holidays. It's still perking. We got one of my early Christmas presents was a Keurig coffee pot maker. Instead of 1 cup, I can do 1 cup or a coffee pot, and the coffee pot has to perk. It takes a while to get maybe 8 cups of coffee. It perks, remember the old percolator? It would perk, blah, 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 perk, So movies have to perk in the sense that most of us go to a movie and it's 1 cup. We go to the movie, we drink the cup and we go home. That was a good movie, but the movie was over there. And now I'm here back in the world. And these two worlds, the waking world and the movie world, don't meet. The movie seeps into our waking world. We remember it. We refer to it. Remember that movie? Or we talk about the movie. We talk about the characters. We talk about the plot and the director and the history of it. And we compare it with other movies and we analyze the movie. But still, the movie's here and my waking world is here. And there's a vast gap or abyss between the two. So good movies affect us, but they don't change our world. They just influence it, give us a little reference, give us an insight, give us a little wisdom. But our world, our waking world doesn't change. The way we are in the world doesn't change. So if you look at the modern mind, we're kind of like caught between two worlds. One is a movie world, and of course, movie world also means TV movies, because you watch Jake Ryan last night. It's a movie. If you watch I Love Lucy, it's a movie. Everything's a movie, whether small or big screen. It's a story. It's a story of reality. So when we turn the TV off, we leave the TV, we leave the movie, whether it's a big widescreen TV or a theater, or the little TV or the cell phone movie, go back to our waking world, they're different. And yet, they aren't different. Because you are both. In other words, it's not like the movie world is over there, and your waking world, which the hometown or wherever you live, Cincinnati, Chicago, and the stores and the Walmart and your car and your house, and that world of things is over there, and the movie is over there, you see, but they're both over there. So who are you? Are you not both the waking world and the movie? You know the waking world, you know the movie, so the knower is one, but the waking world and the movie is two. Who are you? Who is it that knows the waking world, your everyday world, and the movie world? Who is that, you see? We don't know. Can't find it, you see. Because I believe the world is real, I believe the movie is real when I'm in the movie watching it. When you go to a movie, it's called suspending disbelief. In order to enjoy the movie or a play, this goes back to Aristotle, you have to suspend disbelief. You choose to suspend the belief that the movie is fake. And you go into the movie or play and pretend as if it is real. So the movie is ironic. If you went into the movie, and people freak out on this sometimes, there's stories about Suddenly the movie becoming, a horror movie is when the character thinks they're in a dream, or thinks they're in an amusement park, or they think they're in some kind of a hoax or joke or something, and suddenly it's real. Suddenly the monster is real. It's not a dream. It's not fake. It's real. Suddenly. So we suspend that in order to enjoy it. We couldn't enjoy the movie if we didn't suspend disbelief. We can identify with the hero and go through his death as long as we know I'm not the hero. This is why primitive people who are not conditioned to the convention of the movie think it's real. There are a lot of silent movie things about, in other words, there was a thing on YouTube the other day. They put a big mirror in the forest, and a bear came along, and he saw the mirror and went, and he attacked that mirror, crushed it. For him, the bear in the mirror was real. His mind did not have the ability to work with the ambiguity of it, you see. Where the bear is here and the reflection is there. There are a lot of skits, silent movies, Lucy and Marx Brothers, and all where you see a reflection in the mirror and then you try to trick the reflection. you try to trick the reflection into revealing itself that it's separate. Anyway, you're going to do that. So the point is that the modern mind, us, you see, we're living in two mythologies, two worlds. One of them is that we believe the waking world, my consciousness, my waking world, where you and I, and we wash dishes and we run around and buy stuff and we go to war and we do all these things in the waking world. We believe that is absolutely real. And then we go to a movie, we suspend the belief and we pretend the movie is real, but when we leave the movie, the lights go out. See, we're back in the other one. So there's a waking state, and you could say the movie is a dream state, but it's a chosen dream state. We choose to go into the dream of the movie, whereas at night we put the waking mind to sleep and we go into dreams in the same way that we put the waking mind to sleep and go into a movie. Only when we go to the movie, we choose. We willingly go to the movie because we like it. In the same way we like going to sleep and dreaming, we like going to a movie. But we always have to come back to the real world and all of our problems and our feeling of alienation. I'm not really belong in this world. I don't belong here. Who are these people? Why doesn't the world give me what I want? It was Pete Campbell's character in Mad Men. The world never gives me what I want when I want it, How can I'm always out of sync, you see. I'm always catching up. I'm always feeling incomplete. You see, there's this nagging feeling of being incomplete, of not worthy, this feeling of loathing, unworthiness, you see, being no good, not respected, not appreciated, nobody knows me, where are the people that know me? All of this stuff is our waking world. It's our waking world. But the knower who knows the waking world and the knower who knows the dream is missing, is asleep. So the waking world, we go to sleep. The knower that is awake in both the dream and the waking state goes to sleep in the waking world in the same way that when you go to a movie, you put to sleep your waking consciousness. You see, we willingly put to sleep our waking self when we go to the movie, in the same way that when we lie down at night, we let our waking self, our rational, logical self, go to sleep, and we enter a dream, and we wake feeling refreshed from the vacation. So we've got this waking state that we believe is out there and is real, and it exists separate from me. This is just our common sense. We believe without question that we are born into a world that exists separate from us, the people, the history, all of that exists out there, and I'm born into it and I hang out for a while and then I die, but the world stays the same. All the people will still be there just as I perceive. The world that I perceive exists separate from me. This is the myth of the modern mind. This is the myth of the modern mind, that really the consciousness of the mind, modern mind, which really was born, created, and made dominant by the age of reason, science, Newton, and Descartes. For science to exist, it has to believe fundamentally that the world out there exists as things governed by laws which can be discovered, so you can manipulate the world of things, but the scientist is not in it. The scientist is a viewpoint. The surgeon can operate on the body because he's outside of the body. The mechanic can operate on the car because he's not the car. So this is a reality which is very useful. We can function in it. We can make air conditioning. We can make all this stuff, you see. And we can have heat when it's cold and air conditioning when it's hot, you see. And all of that. So it's a created reality by a viewpoint. A viewpoint of the mechanic or surgeon who can fix the world, you see. But that's a viewpoint, believed to be reality, existing as perceived, you see. But it's always subject to question. It's always subject to attack. It's always subject to panic. Maybe this isn't true. This is why people create conspiracy theories. In other words, maybe reality is fake. Maybe it's all a hoax. Maybe it's not real. This is the question of the postmodern age. It questions the validity of the external world that was believed to be absolutely as we perceive it, you see. Now it's in question. Now it's doubted. What's true, you see? Who do you trust? So, and this is really what Zen Buddhism is all about. It creates a situation where what you believe to be absolutely true, this and that, logically, rationally, you question it. And it creates a state of ambiguity. It creates a state of, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know who I am. I don't know if I should go here or there. I don't know if I should choose this job or that job. I don't know if I should choose this mate or that mate. Wow, 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 wow. Get into a wow, 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 wow. Help. These are very common. I get into it when I try to fix something and my wife is watching. Wow, 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 wow. So this ambiguity is when we cannot choose or cannot know what's real. So anyway, I've forgotten where I'm going with this now, but so a myth to wake up by is take a movie like Avatar. Avatar is about waking up. Jake Sully wakes up. In both movies, there's a waking up. The way of water is waking up to the way of consciousness. Avatar, the first Avatar, is waking up to the viewpoint of the sky people, where everything is an it, you see, where we can conquer everything, you see. So this viewpoint of the sky people, which is humans, is questioned, and it collapses, and something else wakes up. But what wakes up is the knower that knows it's in a movie and knows it's in a waking state. The knower wakes up. The knower wakes up. And that knower is I am. That knower is I exist. I am real. I am real. Wherever coming and going, I'm always real. Coming and going, I'm always the knower. Coming and going, I'm always at home. Even in a foreign land, even in a panic, even in a dream, wherever, I'm always the knower, and I know it. Thanks for dropping in.